I mean, I'm so frustrated. You say you're a professional debater and then you immediately get fired up when somebody doesn't agree with you or when something isn't making complete sense. When you haven't let somebody complete their point.
Listen.
No, you listen to me. Give me
How much more time do I need to let you talk? I barely said anything to you. So listen.
You're telling me to listen in the middle of my statement.
Listen. When you say Mr. Professional Debater, here's me, Mr. Professionally Debating.
But
if you don't understand men are stronger than women, you're not worth debating.
That use of language is highly unprofessional as a debater. As someone who has partaken in academic debate tournaments, heckling is prohibited, and doing so immediately disqualifies you from the debate. During a professional debate, it does not matter how absurd the opponent's points or arguments are, both parties must remain respectful to the other team, but that is clearly not being done here.
You're not smart enough to have the conversation. Just sit there.
It's
it's crazy to me.
If he spoke to his opponent like this at a professional debate, he will be immediately disqualified and the moderator would likely ask him to leave, or the adjudicator will render his debate as an automatic loss.
Why would I need to debate with you that the sky is blue or that there's clouds or that... Why would I debate those things?
You chose to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I didn't come on the podcast to choose to debate with a... doesn't know that men are stronger than women. Who would ever dispute that?
For this argument, a strict definition of strong is required for this debate. However, it does not seem like that definition was set by either parties for this debate. I would expect the professional debater himself to have set the definition early on the debate.
We can look at psychology itself. Psychology itself is a soft science, not a real science. It's a soft science.
Psychology is indeed a soft science that interprets human behavior based on scientific investigations. Although it may be more difficult to strictly measure, soft sciences address questions that hard sciences cannot. However, both hard science and soft science use proper scientific methods, which is a process of objectively establishing facts through testing and experimentation, thus debunks his statement that psychology is not a real science.
Just like the medical field, it's a soft science, and so we can't reproduce most of the data which is inside of psychology. We can't reproduce its massive reproduction crisis.
So you don't believe in psychology?
Stop talking. I'm almost done. Up to 70% of the studies can't be reproduced in psychology. Sociology is terrible with the same exact problem across the board. The question becomes, with psychology itself and psychologists, they're practicing a soft science. What are the benefits that you're getting from a psychologist that you wouldn't get from a buddy?
One example of what you can get from a trained psychologist is cognitive behavioral therapy, which focuses on specific goals and teaches the clients to develop coping skills for their circumstances, and has been proven effective for a range of mental health issues, including depression, anxiety disorders, and traumatic-related disorders. A buddy would not be able to provide you with such services. Very often, they do not possess the capability or responsibility to deal with very serious mental health circumstances.
You would say that they have some sort of scientific training. I would argue that if the science itself can't be reproduced, then it's not scientific at all, and they're basically just renting a buddy.
Another example is forensic psychologists whom can attend court as an expert witness and can render a verdict of NCRDM, which stands for not criminally responsible on account of mental disorder, for the individual committing a crime. This requires years of study, training, and residency. Would you trust a random buddy for such services? However, it is totally in this guy's right not to hire a psychologist if he chooses not to. Hello everyone! Thank you for checking out this video. Please don't take anything being said too seriously. Have a great rest of your day!